Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm King Posh. Today I'm going to show you this, the 2021 BMW M4. Now I have two tunes up, they're both all-wheel drive and I can see them both right here. And I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to show you guys the share codes to both of them and so on and so forth. So here's the share code for the Master all-wheel drive drift. Got it? Great. Alright, and then this is for the King's all-wheel drive drift. I made this a day later. It's an S1 897, and as you can tell, it's a lot lighter than the Master. And just a couple clicks slower, from 0 to 60. But here's the share code for that. Got it? Great. Now here's what's funny. Now if I go to here, this is me right here, I'm in second place. See, if I go here, drift, best for handling. Alright, I'm surrounded by rear-wheel drivers. Number one is rear-wheel drive, but he brought his out on the 22nd. I don't even know how because, you know, I did everything possible and I was still like 2 points away or a point away from it. So I'd like to know how he got it. Alright, and then we got another rear-wheel driver. He got his on the 18th. Whole lot sooner than a whole lot of us. Alright, and then there's mine. Alright, mine's all-wheel drive, and then goes the rear-wheel drive. So I'm the top all-wheel drive tuner right now for the M4. Now if I go here, now if I just go over down to here and have drift S1, alright, search, alright, I'm third place overall if you really want to look at it. But these guys are both rear-wheel drive, so that still makes me the number one all-wheel drive drift tuner for the BMW M4. So yeah, there's that. That's the cool thing. So yeah, I just want to show you guys that. So anyways, let's get right into this one. This is what we're covering. We're covering this right here, the Master all-wheel drive drift, and then the Kings is next. I'll show you guys the differences on those. I do have recent captures of these things. This one, these two right here, are the Kings all-wheel drive drift. This is the Master. All right. This one has the body kits. This one has all the nice stuff on there to make it look good. This has also the you know, the infinity window inside that you can see through, you know, see through the pillars. It's an awesome idea. I don't know why the automotive industry hasn't thought of it before. We have strong enough plastics. Let's make something clear so we can see all the way around our car with no problem, with no obstructions. It's a brilliant idea. But either way, this thing is awesome. Look how close I got to the guardrail right there, and then I took it. 1.147. Absolutely sweet. Now this is on a regular controller. This is not on a you know, controller that's been like, you know, modded in any way. And I know a lot of my friends, they work the dead zones on their controllers, and I'll get over that eventually. I'll show the replays of the Kings when I get there. But yeah, and they're able to take this thing and hit 40,000 more points than I am. So I just want to, you know, clarify that if you're using a controller that has, you know, you're messing with the dead zones, yeah, you'll get a lot better scores than what I'm running. I'm running it stock. I'm running it stock because of you guys. For a lot of you guys that don't run that, that's how I tune for you. I tune for the guys that aren't doing it. All right. Anyways, it's got the 3.0 liter inline 6. It's an inline 6. BMW. Anyways, all-wheel drive. I've been planning on making a rear-wheel drive for this, but every time I try to come over and try to make a rear-wheel drive, I get a message saying, hey, I need a tune for this. Either way, it's got the sport front bumper, sport rear wing. It's got the sport, you know, rear bumper, which is really cool because I think when the flames would come out, it's like a rocket ship. That's just what I'm thinking when I do that. Alright, and it's got the side skirts. It just gives you that little lip, and so does the lip on that one. It has that little lip right there. You can see it's pretty. Pretty. And it has these little fins on the side. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Anyways, but that grille, I like the original BMW grille, not that big thing. Either way, moving on. We got a snow tire compound. We got a 285 in the front, so I'm bringing it up to S1 class. That's what I was doing here. All right, and then 285 in the rear. All right, I got the TC105 ends. They're pretty easy to find. They're at the bottom there in the sport rim. You know, these don't look too bad either. You got 19s in the front and 20s in the rear. You got it maxed out in the front and maxed out in the rear. You got just a stock 6-speed transmission, a race driveline, and a drift differential. Here you just got stock brakes. Take those, it would take it right up to a 911 S2 class. We don't need that. It's got drift springs, anti-roll bars for the front and rear. It's got the sport chassis enforcement, so then you can see through everything. You know, if you do this one, everything goes black. This goes black, but this, you get a nice view all the way through. So that's why I went with it. And to bring it up to an S, you know, keeping an S1 900 class, of course. And it's as light as possible. We're saving over 700 pounds with this. So we're able to make this as light as possible. 3,400 pounds with all the body moldings, kits, whatever you want to call them. When I go through the Kings, you're going to see it's going to be the opposite. You're going to see a lot of other things changed. And everything here, there's only a few options that you can pick from, and they're all race. Just give you that, you know, 1270 horsepower. So let's get into the tune and show you guys everything I did. Car mastery for this, I haven't touched it. All right. I believe sometimes this messes with the cars, so I don't do it. And look at my available points is 999. All right. Now let's look at this tune, and then you can just compare it to the other ones. They're similar, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Either way, here's my gearing, my alignment, anti-roll bars. Now these are just stock. These are just stock. I didn't even mess with them. All right, springs. It should be around stock, 850, 835. I said, you know what? This is perfect. It works. I'm just going to let it slide. But it is low as you can go. It's 4.6. Dampening is also just the same. 12.1, 11.3, 7.6, 7.1. So you really not even have to mess with too much on this car. All right, there is no brakes. And then differential 76, 86, 97, 97, and 86%. Now, I should also try to do a tune where I do the bare minimum of a tune and see if it'll drift. You know, I'd probably just do differential and, you know, mess with everything else, but just leave alignment alone, you know, tires and whatnot. Either way, but that's the tune. That's what I've done. But yeah, I left that stock. I left that stock in that stock. All I did was the alignment and all the other stuff in the differential, and that was it. The car was perfect as is. So you don't have to do too much to this car. So that's an amazing thing right there. All right, let's go right to this one right here. All right, stock body, sleeper drift, all-wheel drive points, tandem, second, third, fourth gear. Now, I've already heard from my friend Funky. He's loving this car. He said this is one of the only cars that slides for days. It slides for days. And, yeah, so we'll just get over that stuff, you know. And it's not too bad. It does slide for days. I'll agree with him on that. I wouldn't use this for the mountain. It's not really meant for the mountain. It's meant for open drifting. It's definitely open, you know, on those open tracks that are just straightaways, those long straightaways. You're gonna hit them at speed, and this thing will slide from end to end with no problem. This thing is a super slider. So I necessarily didn't expect to see high numbers going down the mountain on this. This thing is meant just to keep sliding, not to be slowed down, doing real tight turns. It's meant to just be in an open space and just slide. It's heart's content. That's what this car is for. This car is definitely an open drift. Now, I did call it King's all-wheel drive drift. Usually I say it's King's. Usually it's not better, but it is. It definitely is. But yeah, it was able to pull a 1.124 just a little less from the other one, but nonetheless, it is meant for open drift. And my friend was hitting podium all day today with it, so that's amazing. So we're just going to go through everything. As you know, it has a 3.0. It's all-wheel drive. We'll go through everything. So this now, it's stock. All right, all this adds weight, as you can tell. You know, I wanted to make sure this thing was light as possible. All right, so that's what we did. Showing you guys all that stuff adds all that weight to it. Yeah, so we went stock all the way around. Same snow tire compound, but I took the tires, instead of going from these ones, I went back to just stock. Save weight everywhere. All right, 285 in the front. We still have the TC 105 ends. We're stock 19s and 20s. All right, this one actually has the track width in, because you see the green on the handling? We don't want that. We want that to be red. We want that to be the lowest number, because we're drifting. We want to slide. We don't want to grip. We don't want handling. All right, so everything is stock on this thing. And from what I'm been told, it's working. All right, it's got a 6-speed transmission, race driveline, and a drift differential. It's got stock brakes, drift springs, anti-roll bars for both the front and rear, just like everything else. But this one has just a stock. As you can tell, this one opens it up. You can see this convertible. You can see all the way through. It's awesome. But that's not what I used. I wanted to keep this thing as light as possible, so I put it back to the stock. All right, and then I have the race weight reduction. So yeah, you know, we're still saving all that weight. The other one weighed 3,400 pounds. This one only weighs 3,326 pounds. So, you know, there's a huge savings there, you know. And then everything else in here is just all race, just to give you that 1,270 horsepower. All right, now here's the difference. I took the tire pressure, and I did 15 in the front and 55 in the rear, and miraculously it works. It slides. It slides like nobody's business, and it's amazing. Here's the gearing, pretty much same gearing, you know, same alignment, same anti-roll bars, same springs. I brought them. I made sure they were close to what the Master was. All right, low as you can go, low as you can go. Dampening's the same. Same, and same. So I really didn't know what to call it. I just called it King's All-Wheel Drive Drift, because I really didn't change much. I made it lighter and changed tire pressures. That's pretty much all I did to it, you know. And I mean, here we go. I mean, I took it over here, and I mean, this little drift section here, if you hit it right, you can get a good score. Like right there with a 40,000 points. Great, but I know I can get better out of that. You know, if you hit the flags at the right places and try to make the drift turn more straight line, you can get more points. So I started out there, you know, and I didn't get as close as I wanted to. I wanted to get closer to that wall, to that bridge. And I was able to get a 42. I'm sure if I got closer to that bridge and stayed really close to that wall and just stretched it out, I could have got a 43 or better. I'm very sure of it. But yeah. And that's that. So those are the tunes, guys. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. If you do, definitely let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys next time. Stay sideways, my friends.